Theresa May has suffered 3 Brexit defeats in the Commons as she set out to sell her EU deal to sceptical MPs. Ministers have agreed to publish the government's full legal advice on the deal after MPs found them in contempt of Parliament for issuing a summary. And MPs backed calls for the Commons to have a direct say in what happens if the PM's deal is rejected next Tuesday. Mrs May said MPs had a duty to deliver on the 2016 Brexit vote and the deal on offer was an honourable compromise. She was addressing the Commons at the start of a 5-day debate on her proposed agreement on the terms of the UK's withdrawal and future relations with the EU. The agreement has been endorsed by EU leaders but must also be backed by the UK Parliament if it is to come into force. MPs will decide whether to reject or accept it on Tuesday 11 December. Mrs May said Brexit divisions had become corrosive to UK politics and the public believed the issue had gone on long enough and must be resolved. The Prime Minister has had a terrible day today as the government made history in 2 excruciating ways. Ministers were found to be in contempt of Parliament, a very serious telling off, and the government had a hat-trick of defeats, the first time since the 1970s that's happened. As you'd expect too, MP after MP after MP rose after Theresa May's remarks to slam her deal as Tory divisions were played out on the Green benches, with harsh words exchanged. But in this topsy-turvy world, the overall outcome of the day for Mrs May's big test a week tonight might have been not all bad. By 311 votes to 293, the Commons supported a motion demanding full disclosure of the legal advice given to Cabinet before the Brexit deal was agreed. The move was backed by 6 opposition parties, including Northern Ireland's Democratic Unionist Party, which has a parliamentary pact with the Conservatives. It came after Attorney General Geoffrey Cox published a summary of the advice on Monday and answered MPs' questions for 3 hours, but argued that full publication would not be in the national interest.